Have you ever felt like your days are starting to blend together, with no real spark to make them feel special? Maybe there are moments when you feel a little bit more lonely than you'd like to admit, especially if you're living alone. It's a tough reality for many people over 70, as life can feel quieter, and sometimes even a little empty. But I want to let you in on a secret. It doesn't have to be that way. In fact, life after 70 can be some of the most fulfilling years of your life, filled with happiness, meaning, and connection. Now, I know it can be hard to see that when you're alone or if you're not as active as you once were. But here's the good news. There are simple ways to boost your mood, stay positive, and create a life that still feels full of joy and purpose. Whether you're living by yourself or simply feeling isolated, there are habits you can adopt to help you stay upbeat and positive, no matter your age. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 effective ways to stay happy and positive, even when you're living alone after 70. These are practical habits that don't require a lot of effort but can have a big impact on how you feel every day. Let's dive in and start with the first one. Creating a daily routine that gives you something to look forward to. It's no secret that structure can bring comfort. When you have a routine, even a simple one, it gives your day direction. And when you know what's coming next, it can feel like you're in control, which can make a huge difference to your emotional well-being. Without a routine, it's easy for days to feel long and aimless. But with just a few small changes, you can make your days meaningful. Start with something simple. Maybe you wake up and have a cup of tea or coffee, read a book, or listen to your favorite music. It could be a 15-minute walk around the block or a stretch to start the day. The key is to make that first part of your day a habit. When you begin each day with something that feels good, it sets a positive tone for everything that comes after. And when you have something to look forward to, like taking that walk or calling a friend, you're much less likely to feel lonely or isolated. Now, let's move on to the second way to stay happy. Finding a hobby or activity that excites you. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that the things that bring joy into our lives are often the little moments. Finding something that sparks excitement can fill your time with purpose and help you feel engaged with the world around you. It might be something you've always enjoyed, like gardening, knitting, or painting. Or it could be something entirely new, like learning to cook a new recipe or even taking up an online class. Hobbies are more than just a way to pass the time, they're a great way to stay mentally sharp and focused too. For instance, if you take up a craft or something artistic, you'll be using your brain to think creatively, and that can help you keep your mind active. And, of course, there's the satisfaction that comes from completing a project, whether it's a new quilt or a painting you're proud of. That sense of accomplishment does wonders for your mood. The best part about hobbies is that you can do them at your own pace. There's no pressure, no deadlines. You get to enjoy the process, not just the outcome. And when you're engaged in something you love, the days will start to feel more fulfilling, and the loneliness won't feel as heavy. Now that we've covered creating a daily routine and finding hobbies that excite you, let's talk about another powerful way to stay positive. Staying connected even when you're alone. Many people assume that socializing means always being in the company of others, but staying connected doesn't always mean physical interaction. It could be as simple as picking up the phone for a chat with an old friend or participating in online communities that share your interests. The digital world offers so many opportunities to connect, and these connections can help bridge the gap when you're physically alone. And don't worry if you're not familiar with all the technology out there. Many platforms are designed to be easy to use, even for beginners. Whether it's a weekly Zoom call with family or joining a group that shares your love of gardening, staying connected is an important part of keeping that positive mindset. It's not about the quantity of social interaction, but the quality of it. Even just one meaningful conversation can lift your spirits and remind you that you're not alone in this world. Now that we've covered the first 3 points, let's pause for a moment and let everything sink in. You're building a routine that gives your day structure and meaning. You're finding activities that excite and engage you. And you're staying connected to others even from a distance. It may sound simple, but these habits are powerful tools for making your life feel full of purpose and joy. In the next part, we'll continue with more ways to stay positive and happy, and we'll dive deeper into how you can nourish both your body and mind. So stick with me and let's keep this journey going. Now that we've talked about creating a routine, finding exciting hobbies, and staying connected, let's dive into the next few habits that can make a big difference in how you feel every day. These next steps focus on nourishing both your mind and body, which are just as important when it comes to staying positive and happy. So, let's move on to the next way to boost your happiness. Prioritizing physical health, even in small ways. As we get older, it's easy to think that physical health is something we can no longer control. But the truth is, staying active is one of the most powerful things we can do to improve our mood, our energy, and our overall outlook on life. You don't have to sign up for a gym membership or train for a marathon. What matters most is moving your body in ways that feel good and are achievable for you. Whether that's taking a short walk each day, doing a few stretches, or even dancing around your living room to your favorite song, every little bit helps. Physical activity helps your body release endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. It can also help with sleep, reduce stress, and improve your mental clarity. And beyond the physical benefits, staying active can make you feel more confident and capable, knowing that you're taking care of yourself in ways that are empowering. It's not about being perfect, it's about making the effort and celebrating the small wins. If you're unsure where to start, try setting a simple goal like walking for 10 minutes every day and build from there. And let's not forget the power of eating well. A balanced diet filled with nutritious foods can have a profound effect on how you feel. As we age, our bodies need different types of nutrients to stay strong and healthy. Eating plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins can help keep your energy levels high and your mind sharp. It's not just about feeling physically good, it's also about giving your body the fuel it needs to feel energized and vibrant. Of course, it's also important to allow yourself some treats. Life is about balance after all. Maybe you love a little piece of chocolate or a cup of coffee in the afternoon. That's okay. It's all about moderation and enjoying the things that bring you joy while taking care of your body. It's not about depriving yourself, but about making choices that support your well-being. When you nourish your body with good food and stay physically active, you'll notice that your mood improves and your energy feels more consistent throughout the day. Next, let's talk about the importance of taking care of your mental health, something that's just as important as physical health but often gets overlooked. It's easy to focus so much on the physical aspects of aging, but taking care of your mind is key to staying happy and positive. The good news is that there are lots of simple ways to nurture your mental health that don't require a lot of time or effort. One powerful tool is mindfulness. Mindfulness is all about being present in the moment, whether it's when you're drinking a cup of tea, enjoying a quiet walk, or just sitting in a cozy chair with a book. By focusing on the present, you allow yourself to experience peace and contentment, instead of worrying about the past or the future. It's about noticing the little details around you and finding joy in the simple things. And here's the thing. When you practice mindfulness regularly, you can help reduce stress, improve your focus, and even feel more connected to the world around you. Mindfulness can also help with managing negative thoughts that may creep in when you're feeling lonely or discouraged. Instead of focusing on what's missing or what you can't change, mindfulness encourages you to focus on what you can appreciate right now. It's a simple practice, but one that can have a profound effect on your overall mental well-being. Another way to support your mental health is by challenging negative thinking, especially the ones that can creep in when we're alone. If you've ever found yourself thinking, "I'm too old to try new things," or "I'm not as important anymore," I want you to pause and ask yourself, is that really true? Often, negative thoughts are just assumptions or old beliefs that aren't based on the reality of the present moment. When you notice those thoughts, try replacing them with something positive. For example, instead of thinking, "I'm too old," think, "I have so much wisdom and experience that I can share." Or instead of thinking, "I'm alone," think, "I have the freedom to do what I want when I want." It's important to remember that you have the power to shift your mindset. You don't have to accept every thought that comes your way. You can choose to embrace a positive outlook and challenge those negative beliefs. And the more you practice this, the easier it becomes to see the good in your life, no matter your circumstances. As we near the end of this part, I want to encourage you to make these habits a regular part of your life. Prioritizing physical health, eating well, and taking care of your mental health are all simple but powerful ways to stay happy and positive. They're habits that support your overall well-being, giving you the tools to feel energized, confident, and optimistic about the future. Now, I know we've covered a lot already, but there's one more crucial way to stay positive that I want to touch on before we wrap up. It's all about finding purpose, which I believe is a key ingredient to a fulfilling life, especially when you're living alone. Let's explore that next. As we've discussed so far, making simple changes to your home environment can have a huge impact on maintaining your independence. We've talked about the importance of lighting, accessibility, keeping your home organized, staying active, and even incorporating some helpful technology. All of these steps are designed to empower you to live more comfortably and confidently in your own space. But there's still one more important area to consider: making sure your home feels personal and uplifting. When you think about the place you call home, it's not just about safety and convenience, it's also about the joy and comfort it brings you. Having a space that feels cozy, welcoming, and reflective of your personality is just as crucial for your well-being as making sure your home is accessible. Surrounding yourself with things that make you happy, whether it's your favorite art, a beloved family photo, or a comfy chair where you can unwind, can do wonders for your mental health. If you've ever walked into a room and felt instantly at ease, you know the power of a good environment. And while it's important to make functional adjustments, don't forget about creating a space that brings you joy. Take a moment to look around your home. Do you have areas that are cluttered or filled with items that don't serve you anymore? Sometimes, letting go of old things or rearranging furniture can help breathe new life into your space. It doesn't have to be a big overhaul. Small touches can make a huge difference in how you feel about your surroundings. For example, consider adding some plants to your home. Not only do they purify the air, but they can also bring a sense of calm and connection to nature. If gardening is something you enjoy, even if it's just a few potted plants, this can be a way to stay connected to the outdoors and keep your home vibrant. And while we're on the topic of creating a peaceful atmosphere, think about adding some cozy lighting, like soft lamps or even string lights. A warm, inviting glow can make your space feel more comforting, especially during the colder months when we tend to spend more time inside. Another easy way to elevate the atmosphere of your home is by focusing on sounds that soothe you. Perhaps you enjoy listening to your favorite music, the sound of birds chirping outside, or even the hum of a calming white noise machine. Sound plays an important role in how we feel, and by surrounding yourself with pleasant sounds, you can help create an environment that nurtures your spirit. Now, let's take a moment to address a very important aspect of maintaining your independence. Making sure you have support when you need it, but also knowing how to ask for help. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that asking for help means you're not independent, but that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, being able to recognize when you need assistance and reaching out for support is a sign of strength, not weakness. If you've been living alone for a while, you might find that there are certain tasks that are simply more challenging than they used to be. Maybe it's carrying the groceries inside, cleaning out the gutters, or even just dealing with some maintenance issues around the house. The key here is knowing that it's okay to get a little help. Whether it's hiring a handyman for a few repairs or asking a friend or family member to help with larger chores, getting assistance when needed can free up your energy to focus on the things you enjoy most. When you're thinking about your support system, consider creating a list of people or services you can turn to in times of need. This doesn't mean you have to constantly rely on others, but just having a plan in place can bring peace of mind. Even something as simple as knowing who you can call for a ride to the doctor's office or where to find an emergency contact can make you feel more in control. And don't forget about local community services that offer assistance to seniors. Many places offer home visits, transportation, and other helpful programs. By embracing a balance between independence and support, you can ensure that you remain in charge of your own life without feeling overwhelmed. This balance is key to maintaining both physical and mental well-being. And as you age, remember that independence doesn't mean doing everything alone. It means being empowered to make choices that work for you and your needs, whether that involves adjusting your environment, asking for help, or learning new things that keep your mind and body sharp. To wrap things up, I want to remind you that it's never too late to make changes that will enhance your quality of life. Small adjustments, whether they're practical changes to your home, staying active, or finding ways to stay connected with others, can help you maintain your independence well into your 80s and beyond. You've already made it this far. Why not make your home and lifestyle work for you in the most positive and empowering way possible? Remember, you're in control of how you live, and even the smallest changes can add up to create a big difference in your everyday experience. So, take a moment to look at your home with fresh eyes, make those adjustments, and enjoy the process of making your environment truly your own. You deserve a space that supports your independence and happiness. I hope these tips have given you some practical ideas to help you stay independent and live life to the fullest. Please share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear what changes have worked for you or what you're planning to try next. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel for more tips and advice on living your best life at any age. Here's to living your best life, no matter the number on the calendar. You've got this.